Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Cloud and AI Analytics. Hope everyone is doing good. I'm Vignesh and in this video we are going to discuss the Terraform Core CLI commands. That includes commands like Terraform init, Terraform validate, Terraform plan, apply, destroy, format. So we'll be understanding what are these commands and what is the main purpose of these commands as well in this video. We'll be using Google Cloud Platform as our cloud provider. As part of this demo, I'll be creating a simple VM instance as well inside GCP. So without any further delay, let's get started. So this demo, I have created three different .tf files. One is main.tf, outputs.tf and Google VM instance.tf. The logic to build our VM instance is present inside this TF file, and I am going to display the output of the network ID, which you will be able to find it in this file, and main.tf where we will be defining the Google Cloud provider. Here you can see Terraform's required provider. The required provider is Google and the source is HashiCorp Google. So this is the official, Google is the official provider for HashiCorp, and the version which we are going to use is 6.8.0. And here you can see this provider Google, whatever you have defined it here, the same I have used it here as well. Credentials, basically the JSON file, project ID, region and the zone. So this is what we have configured inside this main.tf file. Now we will get into this Google VM instance.tf. So in this video, the main objective is to understand the core CLI commands and not the code for this main.tf file or the other TF files. So as we proceed further in the upcoming videos in this playlist, I'll be explaining everything in detail. So what is the resource block? What is this locals? So everything we'll be discussing. And one important thing, this playlist will definitely help you write Terraform code at the production level. So now I'll explain you this Google VM instance.tf file. So these are the different APIs which I have to enable in this project level. So that is what I have defined it here. So I have enabled the APIs here. Next point is, using this resource block, I am going to create a simple and a single compute engine instance. And the name of the instance would be VM instance 1. So before proceeding further, you can find all the providers which is supported by HashiCorp. Here you can see the official, these are the officials, and we have partner products, we have community products as well. And you can just click on this Google Cloud Platform. Here this is the official HashiCorp provider, and you can just click on this documentation. So the one which I've been using, right, Google Compute Engine instance. So here you can find Google Compute Instance. So it manages a VM instance resource within this Google Compute Engine. So for more information, you can just open this documentation. This will again redirect you to Google Cloud documentation. So going back to this Cloud Shell editor, I am creating a simple compute engine instance and the VM machine is basically Debian level. So the next one is network interface. So whenever you are creating your VM instance, you have to define the network, like which network VPC it is going to be part of. It is very common to go with default network, but here I'm going to create a specific network and the name of the network is VM instance VPC. And this is the Google Compute Network. The same you will be able to find it here in the same documentation, right? You will be able to find it there. So Google Compute Network and the name of the network is VM instance VPC. Auto creation subnetwork false. So here I am creating a subnetwork to this particular VM VPC network. Here you can see Google Compute subnetwork and the reference name is subnet_1. Here you can see the name is subnet ID 1. This is the CIDR range and the network is we are defining or we are referring to this particular network. So Google Compute Network, VM VPC network, and the ID you are giving it here. The same way for Google Compute Firewall. So these are the default values, like we will be exploring further. Using this TF file, we'll be creating a simple VM instance inside Google Cloud Platform. So first thing, what we are going to go with this Terraform command, right? Like we understand what is the version which we are currently using. So Terraform version. So just hit enter, you can find this Terraform is version 1.5.7. And the next command is Terraform init. So basically you have to use this init command when you're doing any setup, like when you're executing your new script or fresh script, right? You have to do it from the scratch. Like Terraform init, basically it initializes the backend along with the Terraform configuration that involves it downloads any required provider. In our case, like this HashiCorp Google, right, 6.8.0, it will download it. It will initialize the backend and it will set up your working directory for usage purpose. And next to this, we have this Terraform validate. So what does this Terraform validate command will do? Obviously, this command will check this syntax and any internal consistency for your Terraform configuration file. So here you can see the configuration is valid. Next to this, we have Terraform format. So what does this Terraform format will do? So Terraform format will basically format your Terraform code, makes the .tf file neat and consistent, and also it automatically adjusts any indentation and spacing issue. So just execute Terraform, there is no such thing. So we will proceed with the next step, that is Terraform plan. So the next command which we are going to execute is Terraform plan. So what does this Terraform plan command will do? It will generate an execution file. So it will compare all your .tf files to the actual infrastructure and shows what actions will be taken without making any changes to your Terraform configuration file. First, what is going to create, right here you can see Terraform plan. So it is going to create everything. This plus symbol will obviously show that it is going to create inside your provider, and there is another symbols as well. Destroy, it will be minus, and if there is any change or any update, it will be shown or it will be reflected in the yellow color. So first thing, it is going to create this compute firewall, and next to this it is going to create your VM instance. And next to this, here you can find all the details of your VM instance. The name of the instance, here you can find it, VM instance 1. The project, you can find all the details, and the location zone also you can find it here. And next to this, we are going to create this compute network, and next to this we are going to create this subnet network. So next to this, we are going to enable the APIs which are not really required for this particular demo. And finally, it will display the output. So here you can see change to output plus IP. It is going to display the output. So plan is 8 to add, 0 to change, and 0 to destroy. So now after Terraform plan is completed, the next command is Terraform apply. So this is the step where your actual services or actual resources will be created or modified in the infrastructure as it is defined in your Terraform configuration. So it will basically use this Terraform apply command will basically use this plan, and it will turn this plan into an actionable insight. That it means it will create all the services inside your GCP provider. So you can just apply execute. So you can just execute Terraform apply, and you have to just type yes to it. So enter a value yes, and this will create your compute network, your sub network, all the details inside your Google Cloud platform. So now we will get into our console, and here you can find, go to Google Cloud console and go to VM instance. So compute engine, and under VM instance you will be able to see one instance will be in the sub network, and network IDs has been created. So you can just go to, or you can just search here directly VPC network. So you can just go here, and VPC network will be created, one VPC network. Here you can see VM instance VPC. This is the network which we have created, and inside this you can find your firewalls. So under subnets you will be able to find this subnet ID -1 which we have created, and here you can see primary, all the details whatever you have given here, right, the same thing you will be able to find it here. So here you can see VM instance -VPC. This is the one which we have created, and the subnet ID, this is the one. Here you can find, just click on this, get into this subnets, and here you will be able to find this subnet ID -1. And now we will see this firewall, like where you can find this under firewall policies. You will be able to find this here, allow IAP SSH ingress, and all the details whatever we have configured here, the same thing you will be able to find it here, IP ranges, all the details. So I have not explained this other, but again we will be seeing in the upcoming video. So I'll just go back, go to VM instances, not network, basically VM instance, and this is our instance ID, VM instance -1. So here you can find all the details here. And one important thing we have to notice, mission configuration, what we have given as F1 micro, the same thing you will be able to find it here, F1 micro. And again the details here you can find subnet ID, VM instance VPC, the network which we have created and we have configured it here, and this is the Debian level instance. And if you want, you can SSH into your instance as well. So now again we'll go back to SSHL, and here you can find the output, that is IP 10.0.1.2. So if you want, you can SSH into your instance and you will be able to find that .txt file which you have created. So again we will go back to this Cloud Shell, and here you can find the IP, that is the output of your VM instance 10.0.1.2. So now in order to cross check, I'll go back to this VM instance, I'll come out, and here you can find this internal IP address, that is 10.0.1.2. So this is the VM instance IP address value, that is the Google compute instance, and the instance which we created is VM instance 1. network interface and the network IP address. Now we wanted to destroy all the services or all the resources which you have created. So in order to do that, you can use this Terraform destroy. So before explaining Terraform destroy, I want to show another commands as well. Terraform show. So what does this Terraform show will do? So it will basically show the current state or the saved plan. So you can just expand it and you will be able to find all the current, like whatever we have created, right? This Terraform plan, all these things will be saved inside this. And finally, now we are going to destroy all the resources or all the services which you have created. For that, you can use this Terraform destroy. And if you don't want to give that yes after that step, no, you can obviously add this auto approve here. So it will directly delete the resources for us. So here you can see this Google Compute instance, it is still destroying it. The same you will be able to confirm here. Here you can see VM instance, it is being stopped. It has created all the resources. Destroy complete. So we have created 8 resources. The same 8 resources is being destroyed. So these are the core commands of Terraform CLI. Everywhere, without this, you will be not able to build or you will be not able to edit, manage your infrastructure via Terraform. So that's it for this video. If you have any questions, any doubts, please post that in the comment section. I'll take a look at it and reply to it as soon as possible. Please do like, comment, share and subscribe to Cloud and AI Analytics. And don't forget to click on the bell icon. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, it's bye from Vignesh. Happy learning.